Good evening. Good evening, YouTube family, subscribers, friends, and even enemies. If you're out there, welcome to my channel. On a positive note, I am sipping on mm, a blueberry smoothie that I let cool off. Instead of water, I have a blueberry smoothie with a little moringa. I think I even have some mango in it and some honey, and it was really cold and delicious, and I let it sit too long. How are you today? I don't know what happened yesterday. I was trying to record a video and I couldn't, or I was doing the wrong thing. So I apologize for that. But for today's journaling session, let's up the ante a little bit, okay? So that these sessions don't seem too boring. Believe me, there is always a next level. Even if you feel like, oh, the same old, same old. No, 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 no. Let's think about this now. What have we been talking about? Food. That's the first thing that we actually write about. We give thanks to God for another day. So many things going on. And if you are making progress, even if you have taken a few steps back, look at the progress that you have made this year and be encouraged, okay? As far as eating is concerned, let's stay on track. I know it gets hard. It gets very hard because every day you have to start all over, but you can do it. You can do it. Write down what you're going to be eating, either food prep for the whole week or write your goals down each day and try your best to stick to it. Try to drink water, smoothies, nutritional drinks. Mm. Fast sometimes and pray for things, and God will bless you. Let's talk about money. Make sure you write down your balances every single day. And it's even good to write down what you spend and keep your receipts. But actually, writing down what you spend is more of a visual motivator. Either, oh my goodness, I'm spending too much. I look at my receipts envelope. If you keep a receipt envelope for the whole month, it starts to get a little pudgy. You know, oh, I've been spending too much money. You want to try, if it's your goal, to keep those things at a minimum. Okay, so with a new month about to approach, you have a chance to start all over again. I hope you have reached your goals for this month with money. I hope that you have, even if you have not been able to pay your bills at the beginning of the month for the whole month, I hope you are positioning yourself to be able to do that so that you have a little leeway in case something happens, that you're not in an emergency state. It's good to have an emergency fund. There are so many things to think about when it comes to money, not just making it and spending it. You need to have life insurance, you need to have car insurance, you want to have an emergency fund. You want to think about a living will and a trust. Those things cost money, but inside of those things, you're going to have what you want to leave to people or who you want to be responsible for what things, and hopefully they are responsible enough to manage your money and your estate and your possessions, okay? There are some other things you want to think about: education if you have children, trust funds. Down the list, dealing with finances, there are other things that, when I say up the ante, you can't do all of these things at one. It's hard to do it all in 1 month and at one time. So you just have to work on your master plan and do it week by week, month by month, little by little. Check one thing off and keep going, okay? Let's talk about the other subjects on our list of journal session topics for today. Our task. I already wrote down what my tasks are for today. And if you don't, how I do it, if I don't reach my goal, it carries over to the next day. And I'll look back at the previous day and see what I did, what I didn't do, and write it down. Okay, that's a good thing to do. Also, physically, how are you feeling? You want to write those things down. Let me tell you why it's so good to journal. You can't possibly, if you're really busy, I can't say that you can't do anything, but it's really difficult to remember every single thing. Everything that you spent in one day, what you made in one day. what you ate for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and what you drank in one day. All of your account balances are your balances. All the things that you did a couple days ago, let alone yesterday, okay? So when you write things down, it helps you to be able to have a good record. So if you have to go back, and it could be anything, something, an event happened, and you're trying to figure out when was that, you have some type of resource to go back and look. If you have something that's coming out of your account that you know you didn't do, you can go back and look in your journal and say, okay, that day, this particular month, I know that I did not spend money at this place. This must be a, something wrong here. You can go back, how you're feeling. You can kind of trace it, maybe able to trace it back to what you ate that day. It's possible. Some people get food poisoning. They can look back at what they ate and where they ate, and maybe that's where it happened. So it's great to be able to journal and to be able to go back and look at things and see what was going on in your life and have a written record. All right. So, the other topics for today are going to be things like your mental and emotional health, your plan for handling trigger moments and situations where you get angry or upset, or you just need to step back sometimes. How are you doing? Go back and look at some of those dates, some of those incidents that have happened, because every week I'm sure there's a challenging moment in your life. How are you doing? If you are not being as successful as you would like to be, sometimes you have to tweak what your strategy is going to be. Okay, moving on. We want to make sure we're still praying for our family members and a particular family member in our journal for this month. The month is almost over, but not quite. We want to make sure that we are writing down our dreams. If we're having dreams, we're writing down our testimony. Let's see what else. If it's something that you need to write about your job, that you do that. Anything that God gives you to write, anything that sticks out in your mind, and anything that's part of your master plan. All right. It's important to have a scripture every single day. There are so many things that we have to juggle. It really is a lot. So be encouraged and know that if you are journaling every single day, it should make your life a little easier. And keep your journal in a safe place. Everybody doesn't need to be able to just pick up a book and know all your business, how much is in your account, how much money you made, what your plans are. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it in a safe place and keep working. Keep working. What's in the news? What's in the news? What's going on in the news? Keep up with what's going on, not just in your country, your city, your state, but in the world, because we are all affected. It may take a while to feel the effects sometimes, and sometimes it may not. And then what's in your spirit? What has God put in your spirit? Are you feeling happy today? I pray that you have peace, that you have joy, that you have wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and love in your spirit today. God bless you. Until next time, I'm Monica Hill. Thank you for attending, participating, or listening to this journaling session.